On February 21, 2023, a Harbin resident reported to Red Star News that a suspected collapse incident had occurred at the metro construction site in the morning. The incident site is near the Harbin newspaper building on Yi Road in Daily District. A section of the road had subsided, and not far away, there was a gantry crane being used for subway construction. In the morning of March 17, 2023, at the construction site of the C exit of the New Phong Road metro station on the Hangzhou Airport Rail Transit Line, a pile driver overturned onto the roadway, disrupting normal traffic. On-site personnel wearing safety helmets indicated that the General Contracting Unit is a subsidiary of China Railway Engineering Corporation. According to nearby residents, at the moment of overturning, there was a tremor in the building, and the pile driver fell sideways in the middle of the road. The incident occurred around 9:40 a.m. at the construction site of the New Phong Windwell structure, affiliated with the Hangzhou Airport Rail Transit Line. From the images, it can be seen that the collapsed machinery is a 3-axis mixing pile, and the support appears to be broken. Moreover, passing vehicles were on the adjacent road, raising doubts about Mr. Zhang's explanation. Several similar accidents have already occurred nationwide. On November 2, 2021, a collapse occurred in the Beijing subway. Videos of the sudden collapse of Beijing subway line 19 circulated on the internet. According to China's Jimu News, staff at the construction site of subway line 19 stated that temporary traffic control on November 3 involved various factors, and specific reasons need to be inquired with the leaders before responding, and other inconveniences cannot be disclosed. Personnel from the Tiananmen Outer Street Sub-District Office responded that the road section was indeed temporarily closed on the morning of November 3 and was lifted in the afternoon. The reason for the road closure needs to be inquired with the leaders before responding. The collapse was directly caused by the almost complete removal of horizontal steel grating supports during the third-phase construction of the ventilation shaft. The construction unit is Beijing Tianqi Waxing Construction Engineering Company, Limited, and the company failed to implement the main responsibility for production safety, establish a safety risk classification and control system, and take corresponding control measures based on safety risk levels. The principal of Beijing Tianqi Waxing Construction Engineering Company, Limited, failed to organize and establish a dual prevention mechanism for safety risk classification and control, and hazard investigation and rectification, neglecting supervision and inspection of the company's production safety, and timely elimination of production safety accident hazards. A resident of Beijing told Epoch Times, the corruption of the CCP government from top to bottom, substandard engineering materials, coupled with cutting corners, subway collapses are normal, and building collapses are also common. Some videos of this collapse were posted on the internet, and they disappeared quickly. Almost no other news could be seen, and the blockade was very powerful. On January 19, 2021, at 14:30, Shanghai Metro Line 15 received a report from the project site that a local collapse occurred in the reserved structure for exit/entrance number 9, which is under construction in conjunction with the development around Zizhou High-Tech Zone Station on Line 15. Some steel walling has fallen off. Shanghai Metro Line 15, Zizhou High-Tech Zone Station, experienced a partial collapse with no reported casualties at the scene. On December 12, 2019, at approximately 21:52, a collapse of about 500 square meters occurred at the construction site of the supporting property development plot at the intersection of Luqiu Road on Line 2 of Xiamen Metro. A water pipe burst, causing 2 passing cars to slide in, but the occupants were able to safely evacuate. Upon thorough investigation by Xiamen Municipal Fire Rescue Brigade, no individuals were found trapped at the collapsed site. Following the incident, departments and units, including public security, fire rescue, municipal, construction, subway office, and rail transit group, rushed to the scene promptly. They actively organized evacuation, repair, and survey work. Traffic police swiftly diverted the surrounding traffic, maintaining normal traffic order at the site. After the incident, Xiamen Metro quickly became the top trending topic. Videos captured by netizens depicted a shocking scene of the incident, with a significant amount of water surging out due to the ground collapse, submerging roads and the subway station. From the videos, it can be observed that the station was flooded, and subway trains appeared to be swimming in the water. Preliminary investigations by the police suggest that the rupture of the main water pipe of the water utility group caused the incident. On the morning of December 1, 2019, at 9:28 a.m., a ground collapse occurred at the intersection of Guangzhou Avenue North and Yudong West Road in Guangzhou City, Guangdong Province. The incident took place in the construction area of the Guangzhou Metro Line 11, Sand River Station. On the evening of September 24, 2020, a road collapse occurred near the construction site of Xingning Station on Line 6 of the Hangzhou Metro. According to Xinjiang Evening News, at around 2100 hours on the 24th, Hangzhou Metro Group issued a statement stating that at 5 p.m. on the same day, seepage was observed in the retaining wall of the Jiangnan Avenue Improvement Project. This led to subsidence of the road surface on the north side of the intersection of Xixing Road and Jiangnan Avenue. Around 3:15 p.m. on November 15, 2008, a collapse occurred in Pit 2 of Hangzhou Metro Xiangnu Station, shocking the entire country. This accident resulted in 21 deaths, 1 serious injury, 3 minor injuries, and a direct economic loss of over 49.62 million yuan. Hangzhou's soil is unique, and the segment where the accident occurred is classified as silt clay with strong water loss. The chosen design parameters were unreasonable. Fengqing Avenue, adjacent to the foundation pit, serves as a major traffic artery with heavy traffic flow, exerting significant pressure on the load-bearing wall to the west of the pit. A rare and sustained rainfall in Hangzhou in October further increased the flowability of the underground sandy soil. The construction unit violated regulations, engaged in risky operations, and significantly over-excavated the foundation pit. The support system had serious defects, and the steel pipe support was not erected in a timely manner. The cushion layer was not poured promptly. The monitoring unit's construction monitoring failed. Monitoring content and the number of measurement points did not meet standard requirements. Some testing methods for monitoring content had serious defects. Falsified monitoring data. The data on the computer did not match the data in the report, indicating the existence of forged or dual sets of data. The collapse of Hangzhou Metro is the largest accident in the history of China's subway construction. In the wake of recent incidents highlighting safety concerns in various metro construction projects across China, the nation's subway systems face a new challenge: intensified financial difficulties. As the nation grapples with these safety challenges, the financial burden on metro operators becomes more pronounced. Why have subway companies become so penny-pinching and calculating? In reality, the subway system is widely acknowledged as a resource-intensive endeavor. Very few subway companies can sustain themselves solely through ticket sales and platform revenues. As of July 7, 2023, a total of 32 city subway companies, including major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Wuhan, Changsha, and Chengdu, have disclosed their 2022 annual reports and audit findings. The data reveals that when excluding local government subsidies, only 5 out of these 32 cities, Wuhan, Shenzhen, Jinan, Shanghai, and Changzhou, managed to generate a profit from their subway operations. The remaining 27 cities grapple with deficits. Notably, Beijing's subway system faces the most substantial deficit, amounting to a staggering 241.04 billion yuan, and it also receives the largest government subsidy of 262.86 billion yuan. The wealth that sustains the Beijing municipal government does not originate within its own coffers; instead, it is drawn from the contributions of local enterprises and citizens. With a consistent population of 21.843 million in 2022, the average citizen effectively subsidized the subway company by 1,300 yuan. Other cities have faced similar financial challenges. Subway companies in Hangzhou, Chongqing, Zhengzhou, Qingdao, Ningbo, and Chengdu incurred losses amounting to several billion yuan in the previous year. The construction of subway systems is an immensely costly endeavor. The cost per kilometer can range from 600 to 1,000 million yuan, surpassing that of high-speed rail by 6 or 7-fold. For instance, the construction of a 40-kilometer-long new subway line necessitates a minimum of 30 billion yuan in funding. So, why does subway construction come at such a high price, especially when the subway's operational speed is significantly lower and its stability does not match that of high-speed rail? The answer lies in the nature of underground urban projects. Subway construction requires expensive tunnel boring machines and necessitates meticulous avoidance of underground pipelines, preservation of cultural relics, and safeguarding of military facilities. Additionally, subway projects entail substantial costs associated with land acquisition and resettlement. Historically, subway companies have relied heavily on government funding as their primary source of financial support. However, in recent years, governments have increasingly emphasized the need for fiscal prudence and cost-effectiveness. Escalating operational costs, the Beijing subway's uphill battle. Despite the extensive scale of its subway system and a daily passenger flow reaching tens of millions, the annual deficit stands at a staggering 24 billion yuan. As of November 22, 2023, the Beijing subway system grapples with increasingly challenging financial circumstances as three major operators face declining passenger numbers along with rising operational costs. A crucial factor driving the rapid increase in the costs of these subway companies appears to be substantial security expenses, particularly related to inspections. In April of the current year, the primary investor in Beijing's urban rail transit sector, Beijing Infrastructure Investment Company, Limited, referred to as Beijing Investment Company, disclosed in its 2022 annual report that it received subsidies totaling 26.28 billion renminbi. This figure represents a 22.43% increase compared to 2021 and a remarkable 3.17-fold surge from 2019 when subsidies amounted to around 6.303 billion renminbi. Notably, both the Beijing Metro Operation Company and the Railway Company are wholly owned subsidiaries of Beijing Investment Company. Prominent blogger Chen Shefu expressed concerns, stating, "Without further efforts, even riding the subway may become unaffordable." Last year, the per-person operational cost of the Beijing subway reached 14 renminbi. Next year, we might witness an increase in subway ticket prices. In reality, it's not just the subway, numerous entities are operating at a loss. According to Hunan commentator Li Fadian in a conversation with Radio Free Asia, among the 32 state-owned subway lines, only 5, including those in Wuhan, Shenzhen, and Jinan, are managing to avoid operating at a loss. The remaining subway systems, such as those in Beijing, Hangzhou, Chongqing, and Zhengzhou, are facing substantial deficits, with elevated security expenses identified as a pivotal factor contributing to the sharp surge in costs for subway companies. Li Fadian emphasized that China's extensive surveillance and control measures, including the deployment of multiple inspectors at each subway entrance, significantly contribute to the high cost of security. In the current economic downturn and amid severe fiscal deficits, this substantial financial burden may be the proverbial straw that breaks the camel's back, Li Fadian remarked. Taking the Beijing Metro Operation Company as an illustrative example, its operational costs in 2022 amounted to approximately 12.365 billion renminbi. Among these expenses, labor costs were the most substantial at 6.059 billion renminbi, inspection fees accounted for 1.3 billion renminbi, and management costs were 740 million renminbi. According to the Environmental Impact Assessment Report of the Shenzhen Metro Line 20 Phase 1 project, the cost for an 8.43-kilometer section was 12.516 billion yuan, averaging 14.8 billion yuan per kilometer. Subway costs encompass various aspects, including construction, maintenance, and operational outlays. The construction cost per kilometer averages around 7 billion yuan. The intricate nature of subway routes, particularly in densely populated areas, contributes to elevated construction expenses. Maintenance expenses, including salaries for operational and maintenance personnel, constitute a significant portion of fixed expenditures.